Aries, looking at the astrology for you this January, you can expect some really exciting opportunities and growth, especially happening in your career or aspirations. I do really see this tendency for you to become more stable as we progress through this month, and there's also some very exciting and passionate energy that we are kind of ending off as a climax to January. If you're excited for this month's reading, then definitely be sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. For those of you who are brand new to this channel, hello and welcome to Serafino Esoterica. My name is Michael and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. For those of you who are ready for a deep dive, you can find links in the description of this video for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions. You can book all of that on my website. I am also running a sale through January, so if you missed the holiday sale last month, fret not. You can still get 20% off any astrology chart reading using the code in the stars. This is a great time to see what is happening for you in 2024, as well as what is playing out in your birth chart right now. As I shuffle the cards for you, Aries, I'm just going to give my quick reminder that these are general readings, meaning not all of the messages that come forward are meant for you specifically. It's up to your own intuition and discernment to figure out what applies to your own life and what should be left behind for somebody else. Some of these energies may also come in reverse, so another person's energy might be your own or vice versa. It's really up to your own intuition to figure out what applies to you, how it applies to you, or if it should just be left behind for somebody else. And if this reading just doesn't resonate with you, that's totally fine. It just means that these messages weren't meant for you now. You are more than welcome to look at the other readings on my channel, maybe for your moon or rising sign. And if you don't really know what I'm talking about, I actually do have an astrology chart calculator in the description of this video that should be able to point you in the right direction. So, as I'm shuffling here, I do also want to talk a little bit more about the astrology because we are in Capricorn season. There is a lot of focus and new opportunities for you in career and in your goals or aspirations. And this is especially true because we have your ruling planet Mars also in the sign of Capricorn. And this is really giving you a lot of energy, a lot of drive to succeed. And where I really see that this could be peaking is this new moon that we have in Capricorn on 1/11. So love the numerology there. Lots of new beginnings, lots of prosperity. Right out the gate, we are actually starting off with your card, the Queen of Wands, and we also have the King of Wands. So interesting that we have a pair showing up here. I really do feel like with the Queen of Wands, you are just very much in your element. I feel like there's been a lot of focus on figuring out who you are, what it is that you want. You've really gone through this transformation and you have become a better person for it, Aries. Whenever I see the Queen of Wands, I just think of someone who has been through the trials of the wand suit, because the wands are not easy cards. There's a lot of challenge. There's a lot of overcoming. And when I see the Queen, I see someone who has mastered or overcome these challenges. And I also see that with the King of Wands as well. I really do get the sense that a lot of you are... You kind of just have this star power, to be honest. Like, looking at these cards, you have a lot of power. I feel like there are people who are going to be very drawn to you in the month of January, and I know some of you are kind of like, oh no, this can't possibly be my reading. King of Pentacles as well. Wow. So I feel like you have caught the attention of some people who you might consider senior or higher up or in a higher position from you. It feels like you are coming into some really good graces. And honestly, this actually makes sense too, because we are going into Aquarius season on the 20th. And this really represents networking. It represents useful contacts, social support systems. I feel like there is just someone you are meeting this month or someone who is recognizing you. And it feels like that could be where there are opportunities arising. Wow, we have the Eight of Wands. Things could happen really quickly. Things could change really quickly. And I was saying this, Aries, like some of you are like, oh, there's no possible way that this is my reading. Things could change very, very quickly and very unexpectedly. The Eight of Wands represents sudden or fast developments. We do also have Jupiter moving direct now in the sign of Taurus. This actually began moving forward on the 30th of December, and we're really still in the wake in January. Whenever these planets move retrograde or direct, it's usually right around those shifts when we really can feel them most obviously. We do also have Mercury going direct right on New Year's Day, January 1st, so we have a lot of forward-moving energy. And we actually also have Uranus moving forward as well at the end of this month. So 3 planets moving forward within 30 days. And this all feels like it is catapulting you in a very exciting direction. Where is this leading for Aries? Wow, the Hierophant. This can indicate spiritual growth, but often it does indicate growth within systems or structures or organizations. I really do feel like a lot of you are either receiving promotions or well on your way to that, or just getting some sort of recognition. And it feels like part of this recognition is coming from somebody who, again, may have more experience or more resources than you do presently. Oops. Where did those cards go? Interesting. I mean, the cards are literally flying off the table here. And this Knight of Swords really is just charging in. Things are happening very, very quickly, Aries. And it feels honestly kind of unexpected to me. And I was talking about Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus. Both of these really are indicating that there could be a lot of abundance coming in, and it might even be unexpected. Interesting. We do also have Judgment and the Five of Swords coming in here too. I feel like there's a situation or a person you had to walk away from, someone who is very much in their ego and wasn't willing to hear another perspective or just not willing to budge in some way. Judgment makes me feel like there is a person coming back. Or there is kind of revisiting a conflict or a challenging situation. This actually feels sort of separate from what I'm talking about, but let me know in the comments down below if this somehow is connected to this growth, to this advancement. I'm also hearing, kind of going back to the other messages, some of you are getting recognized by an educator, a teacher, or a mentor. It literally could be a professor kind of energy. Or a teacher of some kind who is opening a door or an opportunity for you that feels really, really exciting. What else do we have for Aries? Show us clearly, please. Whoa, okay. Okay. We have a lot of cards here, but I am going to take them. We have the Page of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. I feel like a lot of you are really working towards your dream. For some reason, I feel like a lot of you are still learning something. You're gaining new skills. Maybe you're going to school, or you're just learning something that might be a little bit out of your comfort zone. Because sometimes when I see the Page of Cups, or I'm sorry, the Page of Pentacles, this is someone who's a hard worker and a good worker, but someone who doesn't always see their worth or who can kind of hide in the background, which is interesting for Aries. But I really see this with the Ten of Cups as like you are investing in the things that make you feel the most fulfilled. There's this intrinsic joy that you get from something. I'm also hearing there have been many of you who have been waiting your turn. You've been waiting your turn. And it feels like your turn is happening very soon. Because with the Five of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles in reverse, for some reason I feel like there are people around you. It's almost like you might have this feeling or sense, Aries, that it's like everybody else has been growing or having changes in their life, and maybe you have this sense of feeling stuck. But I don't think that's true. I think you've just had to overcome a lot of things. I'm also feeling like it's important that you recognize how far you have come. And it feels like the universe is really rewarding you. There is something that is really working out in your favor very suddenly, very unexpectedly. And it feels like because of your struggle, it's like you want to help other people too. What else do we have for Aries? What's going on in relationships for you? I'm curious. What is going on in relationships for Aries? We have the Fool. So, new lease on life energy. The Fool does technically represent Uranus, but I really do think of this as your energy as well, Aries, because you are the first sign in the zodiac. You're the one who gets things going. And I really feel like with this Fool, there's just this new lease on life when it comes to relationships. You're feeling free, you're feeling lighter. And I feel like you're actually just enjoying your life, and that's going to bring in a really significant connection for those of you who are single, or there's just this sense of renewal in a relationship for many of you. We have the Knight of Pentacles as well. There might be someone who I kind of feel like it could be a coworker or a peer of some kind who you're connecting with, which is kind of interesting. We do actually have Venus entering into Capricorn this month. Excuse me. And this could really be... This actually could, like, quite literally indicate office romance, but it feels really sweet and really lighthearted. I feel like there's just something that's, like... this kind of like flirty energy, or like just this cute cheeky energy in relationship where it's like I don't even think it's so early on with this energy. It's almost like a high school crush sort of thing where it's like, oh my god, he said hi to me sort of thing. Like I don't know, it's so sweet. Could be involving an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. What is going on in relationships? And I really feel like a lot of you are just working very hard or very diligently. maybe you don't even recognize that someone has these feelings for you, Aries. Maybe the role is reversed here. I do also have the Empress as well. So Taurus, Libra energy here. But the Empress is a really great energy because it represents Venus, which is all about love, beauty, all of the good things, really. I really feel like there is someone who, kind of like this fool about to fall off this cliff. There might be someone who is trying to get your attention that you might not be noticing, which is kind of interesting. I feel like there's someone who's a very, on the surface, they're kind of like, they have this poker face. But underneath that, there's like this really kind of giddy, very sweet energy. But like you might not be able to tell just by looking at them. You'll have to let me know who this is for some of you because it feels really cute. There's like something really cute happening in relationships for you. And honestly, I think with the full moon in Leo at the end of this month, on the 25th, there is this potential for romance and creativity. Really, really exciting here. And again, kind of going back to some of the energy I was referencing earlier, looking at the astrology, we have Venus in Capricorn in your career, in your 10th house, forming a trine or harmonizing with Jupiter in Taurus, which is your second house of finances, stability, values. There's a lot of growth that is happening, and I feel like maybe you're just so focused on work or on your growth or on your mission or path here, your goals. But I really feel like, Aries, someone has eyes on you. Could be reversed, could be switched. Again, these are general readings. Take these as they apply. I kind of get the sense there's a secret admirer. Someone wants to express feelings for someone, but they're like really shy about it. It's so cute. Yeah, someone's very self-conscious with the Nine of Swords. And you might even be dreaming of this person as well. Like, you might have this kind of psychic connection with dreams. You could be dreaming of each other. Or like, your dreams could kind of be giving you hints as to who this might be. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, I feel like both of you kind of do your own thing. I don't feel like you even have a ton of interaction necessarily, or like, it definitely feels very kind of just on the surface, but I feel like someone really wants to get to know you. Or for those of you who are in a relationship, there could just be like this kind of cute energy. It's like as you're really passionate or this other person is really passionate about something, it kind of brings this like spark back to a relationship as well. It's cute. I just keep saying it's cute, but it is. Like, I wish I could just describe this feeling, because I almost see this fool as, like, kind of skipping and, like, kicking your heels while you're walking. It's so, so cute. You have me blushing, Aries. Any other messages? Any other messages for Aries? Any other blessings that Aries should be aware of? We do have the Hermit. So yeah, I do feel like ultimately, like, you are focusing on your own thing. I feel like sometimes when I think of the Hermit, I do think of like the wise one archetype. And being a blessing, this is kind of interesting because on one hand, you could be a guide or a mentor for someone holding this lantern, holding this awareness. But I really do feel like there is a Virgo, interestingly, in your life, or just a mentor in your life who is, I really think, wanting to give you some sort of opportunity. Someone really sees your potential. And it's really, I think, opening doors for you. I do also think that it is still important to take some time for yourself, do some meditation. What are the other blessings that we have for Aries? Interesting. We do have the Five of Wands. I'm actually going to kind of read this together with the Hermit. It feels like there could be some sort of petty conflict around you, and with the Hermit, you're not really participating in it. It's almost like you're watching it from afar. Maybe there is a conflict that is breaking or dispersing, but I also feel like there's a sense of competition, and some of you feel like you aren't going to win or you aren't going to be chosen, but I feel like with this showing up as a blessing, you're going to come out on top with some sort of competition here. And honestly, I think you take yourself by surprise and other people don't even see you coming. Wow. And Nine of Cups, love that as a blessing. This is all about wish fulfillment. This is all about achievement and happiness. Again, there's just this overflowing sense of joy here. I really love this energy for you, and I feel like Aries, you're just kind of feeling the new year. There's this new energy. There's this new lease on life. It's a fresh start, and you're really manifesting or experiencing some beautiful opportunities because of this mindset. I do want to pull some animal cards for you now too. I really like to think of these as energies to embody. And I keep just checking the time because I don't want to go over. What are the messages that we have for Aries? Let's try that again. Whole bunch of animals coming out. What is the energy for Aries to embody? Wow, okay, so we have the Lion. I know this is the energy for you to embody, but I just want to say I know that this card talks about how someone can have a really strong face, and there are people who don't get to always see the true person behind that kind of role or that status. That could be you, that could be another person. I feel like someone has this poker face this month. But the Lion really comes in as kind of this image of mastery. The Lion is kind of the mastered embodiment of the fire element. There really is this royalty, this nobility. And I keep wanting to call you Leo. I might have called you Leo a couple of times in this reading, and I apologize if I did this. This is the Aries reading, in fact. And I really look at the Lion as kind of like the strength card, having this composure. And it's not about overwhelming brute force. It's about knowing who you are and knowing your worth without necessarily even needing to prove yourself. There's kind of this like, this inherent sense of value or worthiness that's really important for you to embody this month. And it is important that you do find people that you can connect with, people you can kind of, who can see a more soft side to you, even though I feel like a lot of you, like, you could be really leveling up in some sort of status. Like, some of you could be becoming bosses or managers or, like, really fulfilling, like, teacher or guide roles. Like, there's some sort of role you are stepping into, and yet it's still important that you also remember that a teacher is also a student. And there are still things to learn and to have that humility about it. And to also have mentors yourself, to have people that you can go to. What are the messages for Aries? What are the energies for Aries to embody? Wow, Panther. So interesting feline energy here. Panther often comes as a surprise. Again, I feel like there are a lot of surprises. Panther often does indicate some shadow work as well, which is kind of interesting. I feel like a lot of you actually have to heal your self-worth or self-esteem is what I'm getting with this. I do feel like there are opportunities that are kind of surprising you this month. But I do feel like if there's any sort of shadow work or anything to work with shadow in this month for you, it really is about your worthiness, your self-esteem, your confidence, trusting in your creative visions as well for some of you, or trusting in your capacity to teach and guide others. Um, there's something called, oh God, what is it? I think it's the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's this thing in psychology where it's like basically the more you know about something, the more likely you are to feel like you don't know a lot about a subject. And the inverse is also true, where someone who only has kind of a surface level of awareness of something is actually likely to overinflate their knowledge base. So that's kind of interesting that could be something that's kind of happening for you. Like, you might feel like you don't have enough to share or offer, Aries, but you actually have a lot of valuable experience if you really sit and look at it and maybe even like write a resume for yourself or just kind of write it all down. I think you would surprise yourself. I really, really do. I feel like there's something with Aries needing to like see how far you've come. And I mean, we do also have Chiron, the asteroid, the wounded healer, in your sign. So that could be something that's kind of being activated this month as well. This sort of insecurity, this healing. But yeah, healing your sense of worthiness is what I'm really getting here. And again, I feel like someone is kind of surprising you. And I know earlier I said there was possibly an earth sign. It could be an earth sign, but I do also get that fiery energy pretty strongly with the King and Queen of Wands from the very beginning, and also the Lion and the Panther. And it's almost like these two are waiting for the other to make the first strike. I'm just getting that. So that might be kind of a relationship thing again. And I think those are all the messages I have for you this month, Aries. I do hope that this was helpful. Definitely be sure to hit like and subscribe, especially if you've made it this far into the video. Comment down below. I would love to hear this like cute interaction, whatever this is. Oh my god. You can find all of the links in the description of this video for personal readings, distance Reiki sessions, and again, I am offering astrology readings at 20% off using the code in the stars all throughout January. This is a really great month to figure out what's going on for you astrologically throughout 2024, which is why I like to do it around New Year's. And yeah, I will see you all in the next video. I'm wishing you a very happy and blessed January. It looks like there's a lot of really fun things to look forward to. And I will see you next time. Take care.